You are standing at the edge of a vast, sleeping park. The night is remarkably still, a velvet canopy of indigo stretched across the sky. Above, a silver crescent moon hangs suspended, casting a gentle pearlescent glow over the world. Your feet find the familiar path of crushed gravel, and as you walk, the sound is a soft rhythmic crunch, a grounding melody that anchors you to this moment. The air here is crisp and clean, carrying the faint, sweet scent of midnight jasmine and dampened earth. You are entirely alone, and the silence is not empty. It is a full, comforting presence that tells you there is nowhere else you need to be. In the distance, rising from the shadows of the ancient oaks, you see the silhouette of the great glass house. It is a masterpiece of Victorian architecture, a shimmering cathedral of glass and wrought iron that glows softly from within, as if it has captured the very essence of the moon. As you draw closer, you see the intricate patterns of the ironwork, scrolls and leaves that mimic the life contained inside. The glass panes are slightly clouded with a fine mist, reflecting the stars like 1,000 tiny diamonds. You reach the heavy, polished brass handles of the double doors. They are cool to your touch, solid and reassuring. With a slow, deliberate movement, you pull them open. The hinges are silent, well-oiled by time. As the doors part, a wave of warmth washes over you. It is a gentle, humid embrace, smelling of moss, damp bark, and exotic blooms. You step inside and let the doors click shut behind you, a soft sound that signals the end of the outside world and the beginning of your sanctuary. You find yourself on a narrow path of terracotta tiles, warmed from beneath by the greenhouse's heating pipes. Each step you take is silent now, cushioned by the ambient moisture in the air. To your left and right, giant ferns unfurl their fronds like delicate lace fans. These are the ancient inhabitants of the garden, the Sebotium glaucum and the silver tree ferns. Their leaves are a vibrant, deep emerald, and if you look closely, you can see the tiny silver-white hairs that line their stems. You reach out a hand and graze the surface of a frond. It feels like soft, damp velvet. A misting system overhead activates with a low, musical hiss, releasing a fine cloud of water that hangs in the air like a shimmering veil. You watch as a single droplet of water forms on the tip of a pointed leaf. It grows larger and larger, reflecting the dim amber light of the lanterns placed along the path, until finally it becomes too heavy and falls. It hits a broadleaf below with a tiny resonant tap. You pause to listen to the rhythm of the droplets. Tap, hiss, tap. It is a natural metronome, slowing your pulse, deepening your breath. You notice the smell of the soil here, rich, dark, and full of life. It is the scent of growth and stillness combined. The humidity is perfect, not heavy, but a soothing weight that relaxes the muscles in your shoulders and neck. You continue walking deeper into the verdant heart of the glass house. The path opens up into a wide, circular room with a high domed ceiling. In the center lies a vast, still pool of water. This is the home of the Victoria amazonica, the giant water lilies. Their pads are immense, some 6 feet across, with upturned edges that make them look like floating green trays. They rest upon the dark surface of the water, which is so still it acts as a perfect mirror for the glass dome above. You can see the constellations through the glass, slightly blurred by the condensation, looking down at their own reflections in the pool. You walk to the edge of the water and sit on a weathered teak bench. The wood is smooth and cool, worn down by decades of quiet visitors. You watch the water. Occasionally, a small golden carp moves slowly beneath the lily pads, its scales catching a glint of light before it vanishes back into the shadows. There is a small stone fountain at the far end of the pool, where water trickles from a lion's mouth into a shell-shaped basin. The sound is a delicate silver liquid tinkle that fills the room. It is a constant, unchanging sound that masks all other thoughts. You find yourself focusing on the center of one lily pad, where a single white flower is beginning to bloom in the moonlight. Its petals are like porcelain, pure and translucent. You imagine the flower opening at its own patient pace, completely indifferent to the passage of time. You stay here for a long moment, your breathing synchronized with the gentle trickle of the fountain, feeling the stillness of the water reflecting in your own mind. You stand and move toward the next wing of the greenhouse. Here, the air becomes slightly cooler and the scent changes. This is the orchid gallery. Hundreds of orchids hang from the ceiling and cling to the walls, their flowers appearing like delicate, suspended insects. There are Vanda orchids with trailing roots like grey lace, and Phalaenopsis with blooms of soft mauve and pale cream. The colours are muted in the moonlight, appearing as soft washes of pastel. You walk slowly through this tunnel of flowers, noticing the intricate shapes, the labellums that look like tiny slippers, the sepals that flare like wings. The air here is perfumed with a scent that is both sweet and spicy, like vanilla mixed with cinnamon. Moving through the gallery, you transition into the desert section. Here, the terracotta tiles give way to a fine red sand that crunches softly. The humidity drops, replaced by a dry, radiating warmth. Tall saguaro cacti stand like silent sentinels, and round barrel cacti huddle near the ground, their golden spines glowing in the lantern light. The geometry here is fascinating. The perfect spirals of the succulents, the sharp, clean lines of the agaves. It is a landscape of endurance and patience. You feel the dry heat soaking into your skin, easing any remaining tension in your body. It is a different kind of quiet here, a parched, expansive silence that feels as old as the earth itself. You find a small path that leads to a hidden corner, tucked away behind a large flowering aloe plant. In this secluded alcove, the environment changes once more. A carpet of thick, soft moss covers the floor, varying in colour from bright lime to deep forest green. It looks like a plush living rug. In the centre of this nook is a low reclining chair made of woven willow draped with a thick, heavy blanket of cream-coloured wool. You settle into the chair and it sighs softly under your weight, contouring perfectly to your body. You pull the wool blanket up to your chin. It is warm and comforting, with a slight weight that feels like a reassuring hug. From this vantage point, you can look up through the glass panels of the greenhouse. The moon has moved higher in the sky, and the stars seem even brighter now. The structure of the glass house feels like a protective cocoon, shielding you from the wind and the cold of the outer world. You hear the distant muffled sound of a light rain beginning to fall on the glass panes. It starts as a faint pitter-patter, a rhythmic drumming that is the ultimate lullaby. Each drop is a soft touch against the glass, a reminder of the peace that surrounds you. Your eyes begin to feel heavy. The scent of the orchids, the humidity of the ferns, and the dry warmth of the desert all blend into a single hazy atmosphere of total relaxation. The sounds of the greenhouse, the trickling water, the misting hiss, the rain on the glass begin to merge into a soft white noise. The patterns of the ironwork above you seem to sway gently, though you know they are still. Your thoughts become abstract, like the reflections in the lily pond. You are a part of the garden now, as still as the ferns, as patient as the lilies. The world outside is a distant memory, And here, in the heart of the glass, there is only the rhythm of your breath and the profound, heavy sweetness of sleep. You close your eyes, letting the darkness take over as you drift deeper and deeper into a dreamless, restorative rest. If your eyes are closed and sleep is reaching out for you, let it take you. There is nothing left to do tonight. No more places to go. You have arrived at the most important destination, this moment of perfect, unshakable rest. However, if your mind is still a little too bright, or if the path to sleep feels just a few steps further away, do not worry. There is no pressure to drift off immediately. On your screen, you will find other paths we have prepared for you, other sanctuaries, other cabins, and other quiet corners of the world. You can choose one now, and we will continue this journey together, moving a little slower, a little deeper, until the world finally fades into a soft, velvety blur. Before you go, if you find peace in these journeys, consider joining our sanctuary by subscribing. It is a quiet way of ensuring that whenever you need to escape, a seat is always held for you.